What are the various stages of a bear market? Of course, we are in the bear market. A bear market means a fall has to be 20% from the top. We have fallen by 8,000 points from 42,000. So at 34,000, you hit a bear market. Now we are at 27,000. We're clearly in the bear territory. Having been in the bear territory, please understand there are various stages. Now at 42,000, you were bullish. Then it became 41, then it became 40, you were still bullish and you were saying, let me average. Then at 39, then at 38, you were not very sure. Then it came down. So what are the various stages of a bull market, and when do you know the market has hit the bottom? None of us really know when the market has hit the bottom, but we know the journey. Now, if you were very lucky and you panicked and you got out at 41,000, you're still very lucky because the market today is 28,000. Right, so, but you may not have been so lucky. So what do you do? At what stage of the bear market do you take a call saying, I will go ahead, right? I am not worried. I know the market will recover. We are not going back to living in the jungles. Yes, things are different, and every time there is a bull market, people will tell you, this time it's different, the market cannot fall. Every time there's a bear market, people will tell you, this is unprecedented. It has never happened. Earlier problems were fiscal. So you could just increase the interest rate or decrease the interest rate or do more buying, but this time it's different. Of course it's different because we have never lost market time and market value because of a disease, at least none that most of us will remember, maybe the Great Plague, but it didn't really matter because the Spanish flu, but the markets were not so interconnected. So a Spanish flu, yes, it would have hit certain pockets, but it may not have. I have known people who lived through 1929 in India and had no clue that the market did badly. I've asked a lot of people who lived through 1929 when they were active and they were working. They had absolutely no clue that there was something called a crash. Till much later, they read in history books, but they were not impacted. It was ruled by the English, but yeah, it didn't impact them. So what happens? What are the various stages? So stage one is when you think, let me go ahead, let me invest more. Stage two is when you panic and you call up people and say, should I be removing money? Stage three is when you say, there's no point in removing money now. But stage four is saying, oh, I wish I had removed some money and preserved my capital. And last you're saying, oh my God, I am wiped out, what do I do? What do you do? Nothing. You just have to sit tight. There is nothing else you can do. And you have to believe that this too shall pass and the market will recover. Now, if you are scared and if you have not been in the market long enough, of course it's scary. Of course it's terrible to lose money, and the losses can be in 6 digits, 7 digits, 8 digits, depending on your portfolio. Nobody likes losing this kind of money, but you have to have the sanity to say it will recover. Will it recover in 3 months? Will it recover in 3 years? Will it recover in 2 months? We do not have any basis of saying any of those things. Today, if you are an investor, you are an investor because of, not because of Excel sheet, but because you say, if a share is available to me at a PE of 3, if it is available at a PE of 30, it can't be too bad. Let me take a metal stock at 30. It's been a battered down segment. Let me get an infrastructure company. Let me get a welding company. Let me get a pharma company. Do you need to get into a banking BFSI company? Yes, because you will soon see value if you're not already seeing of shares which have been beaten down and pro-beaten. These are companies who are sitting with cash. I know one company which has been hammered 50%. I spoke to them and they're sitting in a lot of cash. Of course, they will do well. But yes, the market will take a long time to believe that they will do well. So it is going to take time, maybe 6 months, maybe 8 months, maybe 1 year. I know these companies are now wondering how much of cash to preserve. Well, some of the rich guys really have a lot of cash and they don't know where to deploy. So just hold on. There's nothing else to do. You don't compound one mistake of buying high by selling low. You need to have patience. No point in entering equity markets at a high and then wondering what to do, because if you look at your returns over the last 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, I'm sure they're all in the negative. Why is your 5-year negative? Does it mean 5 bad years? No, it means one disastrous day. That day was enough to send your 5-year SIP into a tailspin. Believe me, when it comes back, you will see your 5-year coming back first, then the 3-year, then the 2-year. Remember, the 1 year is also there in the 3-year. The 1 year is also there in the 2-year. The 1 year is also there in the 5-year. So if you leave out today, or if you do the calculation only till 42,000 index, you wouldn't have done so badly. 100 to 42,000 from 1979 would have been 15-16%, including dividends. It would be more because the TRI is at 60,000. Remember, obviously it has fallen. Obviously, if your portfolio had more of value shares where you were expecting more dividend, you will have to wait there also, because dividends could get pruned down over the year or two, because companies would want to preserve cash, right? So relax, keep your wits by yourself. You don't need to do anything great. Do not be in a hurry to withdraw. I can look very stupid if the market falls another, say, 3,000-4,000 points, but I'm convinced that the market will come up also. I do not know when the market will stop falling, and I don't like to use the word falling because I know it fell yesterday. I don't know what it will do today. I do not know what it will do tomorrow. So falling is not a word to use. Has fallen is a better word. But the market will come back. It's not, yes, it looks very dangerous. We have never lost 20,000 lives or 15,000 lives to a panic situation like this. This is the first time that you see the rich and prosperous countries like the US and the Italys of the world being hit. Normally you see this happening at the poorer countries, maybe the Africas and the Asia, and not so much in the Europes. Well, you have to know that it can happen. Virus is a killer. A cure will be found for the virus. People will come back and invest. People will come back and travel. People will come and live in hotels. All those things will happen. You need patience. You need to believe that we will come back, and then things will work. Thank you.